Good evening, everyone. Hey, it's Linda Anderson here from Linda Lou Creates. Thanks for joining me tonight. I know there's a lot of football going on, and there's still a game yet to come. So I'm going to try and get these 4 cards done like no one's business because I got to watch more football. So anyway, what I am featuring here, I'm going to share these 4 cards with you tonight. I had these made up and I could have just kept on going and making a whole bunch more. This new suite is called Abstract Beauty in the new mini catalog. And let me just show you some of the papers. I love that they have this hint of gold on the one side. It is double-sided paper. You'll see it is a new size too, 4x6. So here it is with the gold. I apologize if there's a nasty glare, but yeah, it's beautiful paper. And then, like I said, it is double-sided, so on the back you have more of your geometric type of designs. So I wanted to share this paper with you and some super quick cards. The stamp set is called Hello Beautiful. It is a stamp set and the dies for a bundle that if when purchased together you save the 10%. And these dies are fun. I actually seem to be missing a couple. They're where my die cutting machine is. So there's 2 more circles then that I still need to get back and put onto my magnet sheet there. So all right, so tell you what, I am going to start with these 2 cards. Birthday cards. I figured one more feminine, one more masculine. Actually, this one was the very first one I made. I think you all know that I live in Pittsburgh and I am a huge Pittsburgh sports fan. So black and gold runs in our veins. So anyway, of course I had to make that one black and gold. So let me start with that one then. So I have the card base and it is basic black. I like my top folding card, so that means that it is 11 by 4 1/4, scored right down the middle, 5 1/2. All right, I have a piece of Whisper White. Wow, we haven't had Whisper White in a while, and here I am talking about it. Basic white, 4 by 5 1/4. Now this piece here, like I said, I do have it already adhered down, but it is the 4 inches wide and then 3 inches. So 3 by 4, and that way I could get the 2 cards using one sheet of the paper. Just one cut at 3. The basic black strip here is then 4 by 1/4 inch. All right. Stamped using the Memento Tuxedo Black. And yeah, this is going to be my masculine birthday card. So let's go ahead after I adhered the papers all down there on the front. Let's go ahead and get this actually adhered now to the card base. Told you I'm trying to be a little quicker tonight, but I don't know if that will happen. I tell everyone at work that I am a talker, and they claim that's okay. And I'm like, yeah, but I've been told I talk too much. Imagine that. So anyway, let me bring in now also some of the embellishments that are featured in this suite. They are the Adhesive-Backed Hexagons. I will be honest with you, I had my doubts about these because I'm not a shaped kind of, besides hearts, that's about like the most that I go outside of my box of craftiness. But these hexagons, I'm actually, see, I like the circles or ovals or, you know, even squares sometimes are a little like, oh, I don't know if I like those embellishments, but these I like. So they come in 3 colors, already have the adhesive on the back. Super quick, I'm done. I hope you didn't blink on that one. So inside I have another piece of just the basic white that's 4 by 5 1/4, stamped a happy birthday. That happy birthday is from the, let me find it here in my stuff. It comes from the Party Puffins here. So that's in the annual catalog. But anyway, so this one is the one I'm calling my masculine birthday card, or Pittsburgh sports fan. birthday card. And now let me bring in this birthday card, more on the feminine side, just because of the colors. So I have, this is one of the hexagons out of that die set. The, what's it called? I have it right here. Beautiful Shapes. There we go. The Beautiful Shapes dies. So let me start here with this one. Blushing Bride, top folding. Inside again, I have the Happy Birthday stamped, the same Happy Birthday, but this time I'm stamping it in Night of Navy. All right. So I have another piece of basic white that's 4 by 5 1/4, and onto that I have 2 pieces of my designer series paper. This piece is 5 by 1 1/4. Okay, so let me get that one. And then I'm going to have to measure the other one because I can't remember what it was. And I don't have my cheat sheet with all the measurements on. So notice this one is just, this is just the back of this piece. So it measures, so it's 3/4 by 3 1/2. So 3/4 of an inch wide, 3 1/2 inches long. So now I'm just going to go ahead and get this adhered down. So this was kind of already just a leftover strip, and I'm like, let's put this on the card. All right. Let me go ahead and get this put down to the card front itself now. Now on this piece of Night of Navy, I stamped first using Versamark ink. That's that clear sticky ink that is perfect then to sprinkle your embossing powder on. The embossing powder will stick to it. You use your heat tool then to melt the powder, and you've done some heat embossing. So that's what I did here for this Calls for a Celebration. Die cut it out then. All right, so let's go ahead. I have my dimensionals already on the back of this. So we're just going to pop this right on there, if I can get my fingers to work. All right, so we'll go ahead, pop this down. And then, yep, it's almost done except for the need for embellishments. So let me bring those hexagons back in. I am liking these. So, which, like I said, that is like unheard of for me. So, all right. I am going to do 3 of these pink ones. And, oops. Let's go ahead. Well, here we go. I'm just going to use my fingers now. I liked it. Not on my finger, but right here. Okay, what do you think of card number 2? Another Happy Birthday, but just based on the colors, the soft, subtle colors, I find this more of a feminine card. So there we go. I'm getting my birthday card supply all together now for the new year. So next up, here we go. Hello, Beautiful. So this one uses the designer series paper, and I actually cut it down to a piece of that measures 3 3/4 by 5, because I have my Whisper White layer, all the I keep saying Whisper White, my basic white layer. All of the basic white layers are 4 by 5 1/4, both for the outside of the card and the inside. So let me go ahead. So this is 1/4 of an inch. Believe it or not, I went with 1/4 of an inch. Usually I like to just have a smaller layer than underneath. I will only go with 1/8 of an inch, but this time I thought I would change it up a bit. And let's go ahead now and adhere that down. So now we can really show off this paper, that gorgeous gold that's coming through. This, I will in a second adhere it to the card front, or the card base, which happens to be Magenta Madness, top folding, 4 1/4 by 11. Inside, I have this little 1/4 inch piece that whenever I cut this, instead of being 4 inches wide, I cut this down to 3 3/4 inches. I use that piece to adhere on the inside, and this is the opposite side. Here's what it looks like where I use then the same, the flower piece strip that I had. So yeah, this one I just used one of these.
Could you say that again?
Oops, sorry about that. My watch went off. Oh my gosh. So here we go. Here is the some of these solid images then that I stamped and then put the sentiment in it. This card that I'm making now, I wanted to just leave it with just the sentiment on it. So, okay. All right. Oi, Siri's talking to me. Let me go with, I have a strip of just jade. It's 1 inch wide, 4 inches long. And I thought at first I was going to do some embossing, running it through with an embossing folder. Then I thought, let's go ahead and just do a little stamping instead. There's a couple little stamps that would work perfect for on here. So I'm just using just jade ink, and that's the little kind of design that I thought I would try here. And you can fill it in as much as you want, as little as you want. Making sure, always make sure that you go off the edge of your cardstock, your paper, whatever it is you're stamping on, so that it doesn't appear to be like a pattern. You do want it, like I said, to kind of go off the paper. And let me just put one more little bit down there, and let's see, one up here. Okay. Now let me just set that off to the side. So just a little visual texture, adding that stamping on it. So this time, I am going to just adhere this. I like going more like at the top third of the card. I kind of divide it into thirds and try to go either at the top third. You could go right through the middle, but I find I like it when it's not centered, if that makes any sense. So there, it's on like sort of the upper third then of the card. So let's go ahead now and adhere this down. And then I'm going to show you the sentiment that I used. Remember how I said I'm missing a couple of my dies, my circle dies? Well, this is the size of them. So here are the 2 circles then that I left at my die cutting machine, so you can see what size they are. As far as what they measure, let me see here, about 1 3/8 and about 1 3/4. So that's approximate there, but that kind of gives you an idea of the measurements on these. So, all right, Hello Beautiful, inked up in the Magenta Madness ink. I almost said Marvelous Magenta, didn't I? Who remembers Marvelous Magenta? That's an old color. So here we go. Again, I'm putting it off to the side just because I kind of like things that are off-centered. I figured that matches me exactly, being off-center. So anyway, let me get one of my embellishments and boom. There we go. That's it. Told you these were going to be quick and easy. So just a little couple layers of cardstock and paper, pattern paper. This is what I love to do. I love simpler cards, and I love using pattern paper and layers. So yeah, that's my jam there. So, all right, one final card. This is the thank you card. And this is my favorite design here of the paper, this blue. I think because it has that dark background, that's what really makes me happy on this one. So, all right, so it's Night of Navy for the card base. Top folding. I have the sentiment already stamped on the inside here, added a couple little stamps that were included in that stamp set, that Hello Beautiful. Again, all the white is the 4 by 5 1/4, and this piece happens to be 5 inches long, 2 inches wide. All right, so let's go ahead. See, that looks nice too, but the other side is my favorite, so I am going to use it. But I do like this plaid, I'll be honest with you. I do really like that plaid. All right, let's get that put down. Thought I would cut out a couple of the hexagons that are in that die set. And I did one in the gold, one in balmy blue, and then instead of layering them up, lining them up, I kind of twisted it a little bit, and that's why it's kind of like off. I just layered them up, not lining them up. I layered them up. So those two are together, adhered together, and I have some dimensionals on the back for that. So really, this is all you got to do for cards. If you want to make a bunch of cards, just get some papers, whatever you have on hand. Get your cardstock, get your any of your pattern papers that you might have. Get those out too, and just, cut them up. Put them on some paper and add a sentiment, and you are good to go. So here we go. Let me get this down onto the card base. And then I'll show you what I did for the sentiment. We'll just do a little bit on that yet. All right, I stamped the thank you that comes in that stamp set, that Hello Beautiful. And now that's in Night of Navy, by the way. So let me just go ahead and I'm gonna cut it up. Often I cut my actual stamp up. This time I thought I would cut then the image just to cover this hexagon then on the front. So let me just trim that down. Same with you. And let's pop a dimensional on the back of each one. So yes, I'm only doing one on each of them. I know you find that hard to believe. All right, so let me put thank right there. If you put it on wonky, it's then looks like you meant to do it that way. So sometimes you just don't want to put things on straight. One more thing. Let's put on, let's see, I have green on the sample one. I think I'm going to go with the pink on this one. Well, let's see. So let's go ahead and get some of these on. And then there we go. So tell me, the pink embellishments or the green? I don't know. I do like them both. I like how the green brings out the leaves. The pink looks nice too though, which is odd for me to say because I am so not a pink girl. All right, let's bring back the rest of the cards then. So here we go. We'll go one. Let's bring them all out, all using the Abstract Beauty Sweet Papers Hello Beautiful bundle. Gotta love it. I'm one who really enjoys the simple, the things that don't need me to, the images that don't need me to color. I like being able to use my paper as my main image, so to speak, or to really highlight my sentiment with the papers. So this is kind of my jam. This was one of the first stamp sets that I ordered out of the new mini catalog, was this one, and I love it. So hey, thank you so much for joining me, guys. I really do appreciate it, as always. And if you have any questions or would like to have one of those new mini catalogs, let me know, because celebration is also going on. So for every $50, you can pick something free from a level 1 grouping of items. If you spend $100, then there's actually a level 2 of items that you could pick from. So, and those would all be free. So that's what's fun, is getting then free stuff, of course. So I would love to send you all of the cardstock and the die cuts for what I made tonight. That way you can make use of this. So any order placed in my online store, you can see I have a Shop Now button on my Facebook page. I have it on my blog, Linda Lou Creates. I have it lots of places. So it's lindaanderson.stampinup.net that you can find my online store. Place an order, any size order, and I will send you all of the kits here, or all of the card stuff that you can make them yourself then too. So there's 4 cards. You will receive all 4. Now, if your order is $50 or more, not only do you get to pick a celebration set, but I will also include a whole pack of the hexagon embellishments then for you as well. This will be a free gift for you from me also. So lots to get. I have a free tutorial this month if you shop with me. So lots of things that are fun to go and see, and then go and get. So anyway, guys, hey, sorry for the babbling. I told you I was going to do it, too much of it. So anyway, hey, have a great rest of your evening, a great week. If you're in the path of this nasty snow and ice storm that's coming, we've already gotten several inches here in Pittsburgh, and I don't know what it'll be like when we wake up, but I'm thinking it'll be just as much. So yeah, they're calling for a lot. So stay safe, everyone. We'll talk later. Bye now.